Hello everyone and welcome to Forza Flashback episode 7. Now we've got something a little bit different today, as it's the first time in the series where you won't be watching an R1 class race. Instead we've got an R4 class race on the Tsukuba circuit, and this is pretty much one of the first races I did with an R4 class race. The guy in the lobby just decided randomly to change the class from R1 to R4, and incidentally this is the same lobby as in the previous episode, which is why we see ghost cars. I just decided to go along with it though and just give it a try out basically. But as you can tell by me making mistakes on the first lap and dropping quite a bit behind the leaders, all I'm trying to do at this stage is just to learn the car. They are very different to R1 class cars, you know, they have a lot less grip and a lot less speed through the corners. So all I'm trying to do is just learn the car and just get better and better as I go along. It doesn't really matter where I end up, to be honest. So the blue Viper, who was in the lead, makes a mistake on this final corner and goes off the track. That leaves two guys in front to battle it out for the lead. Now the guy in second makes a big mistake and goes off on the first corner of this lap, as does the Porsche that you've just seen there, and I'm left to battle it out with this guy for second place at the minute. However, at this point I am also catching the guys in front, and that's quite encouraging for me at this point. You know, when you're in a race like this and you're not too sure about how fast you are, how fast the car is, things like that, it is encouraging during the race, even if you've fallen behind, to see yourself start catching up, and that's what I'm doing here. Now in a few seconds you will see the return of the camera in the top right, which focuses on the leader, and that's going to show you basically how the guy who I was battling for second place goes off the track. He essentially just smashes into a wall for no good reason. But I seem to be taking the corners a lot better than my opponents at this stage, and you'll notice that for most of these corners I tend to go wide and take a late apex and use the acceleration of the car to sort of get in front and catch up. It seems to be a better strategy than what my opponents are doing, and it works well with the car, and this is just all the sort of things that I'm learning with as I go during the race basically. So at the minute I'm battling with this guy for first place, and I seem to be getting the upper hand on him. I am, you know, cautious about my braking and things like that because I don't know exactly what the car can do. But I do seem to get a good gap at this point, and I don't know why he launches up the side of me into that corner, because I just, you know, ghost cars are on anyway, so it's not as if he's going to block me off. But going on to the final lap I do manage to get a bit of a gap, and my sort of wide late apex technique on this final corner seems to work quite well. Going on to the final lap though, I do get a bit more cautious than usual now that I've got in the lead, and I kind of have to readjust for that when he catches me up halfway through the final lap. It's a case of basically you get in front and you think everything's fine, and you back off a little bit, and really that's the exact opposite of what you want to be doing. So I have to readjust for that, and I start battling back with him as in the closing stages of the final lap, and I'll leave you to watch it all as it goes. And that's about it for this Forza Flashback episode, guys. This race did start a bit of a love affair with me and R4 class races, and I did tend to enjoy R4 class races more than any others apart from R1. I did give R3 and R2 class races a bit of a try, and although I enjoyed them, R4 class races were always better, and in general any R class races are better than production class races. But thanks for watching, guys. I hope you all enjoyed, and I'll see you next time.